So I wanted to take a time to tell a little story. I talk a lot about perseverance and how this struggle takes a long time. And typically that's because we're not really prepared for what we're dealing with. We start going down this road. We don't really know what we're dealing with, and we make a lot of decisions that are the best decisions that we can make at the time, but they don't really take into account that you're dealing with a narcissistic personality type. And as you know now, whenever you make mistakes, they compound themselves and they make things a lot harder. I've been chatting with one of the subscribers who has a little bit different story. And it's one that I want to highlight because my goal has always been is that if I could catch somebody early on, in the early part of this process, maybe there would be a chance that they would not make some of those mistakes, make more targeted decisions to help their case. And I'm starting to see some success with that. I'm starting to see people who, when they figure it out, they get their head wrapped around really what they're dealing with, and they're able to make these strategic decisions to help them. Now, sometimes whenever our exes are making things as complicated as possible, it can be an advantage. And when I was chatting with this person, I was talking about my situation. There were a bunch of times early on that I tried to mitigate the damage my ex was doing instead of letting her just do what she was trying to do, which would have basically helped my case and could have potentially changed the outcome of the custody award. The problem with that is you can only make the decisions you can at the time. I was actually talking with someone else about that too. I mean, you only know what you know, and you're doing your best. So you can't really beat yourself up on making decisions that you would rather do differently because you can't, right? All you can do is learn what you learned today, move forward, and do everything you can to mitigate whatever mistakes you've made, mitigate the damage that's happened, and move on from that. Anyways, I wanted to take a moment on that. So the thing on this is that most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, if you can catch a lot of this in the early part of it, you can have a pretty decent outcome. And whatever your ex is telling you, whatever fear story that they're trying to throw at you and tell you how you're not going to see your kids, how they're going to take everything, whatever they're doing, whether they're saying you're a monster and say, whatever the deal is, if you're just able to remain calm and steadfast in what you're doing, more than likely, all the garbage that they're trying to throw out and spew isn't going to stick. So if you're struggling with this, try to keep that in mind, that just keep yourself calm as possible, keep focused on the end goal, and just stay the course, and there's a good chance that you'll get a better outcome. Now, what is that? It depends on what you're looking for. I mean, most of the time, we're not going to get full custody with supervised visitation. However, in this other story I was talking about, that's the temporary stage that they're at now. Is he's got full custody, his ex has supervised visitation. So, and he also had because of the child's CPS and all that stuff involved, he has a diagnosis too. She's been diagnosed with NPD, which typically we don't get. So on that, just wanted to make this quick video. Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm still a little trying to eke myself back into the land of the living. And I'll chat with you later. Take care.